We look forward to seeing what you do next. Hopefully it'll generate less criticism.
It will be more. Because these guys are calling this film as a violent film. I'll show them what violent film will be.
Animal is a Hindi-language Indian movie starring one of India's biggest movie stars Ranbir Kapoor and Rashmika Mandanna as his love interest. The movie is written and directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, a director infamous for his previous two movies Kabir Singh and Arjun Reddy. Both movies were branded by feminists everywhere in India as movies that promote sexism against women, including glorifying sexual abuse and for making misogyny mainstream. Most actors, including the likes of feminist actress from South India, Parvathy Thiravothu, who branded the movie Kabir Singh as the flag bearer of toxic masculinity.
Arjun Reddy or Kabir Singh both had the visual grammar of glorification. There was no passion in a relationship without slapping each other. People are resonating and engaging with that.
What is toxic masculinity, you ask? I don't know. Generally, it's behavior associated with men who abuse women and promote dangerous behavior among men, especially young men. In Kabir Singh, the main character could be seen hitting and emotionally abusing the female lead, as well as treating the female characters as objects that he could use or throw away at any point in time. So yes, when it came to the same writer-director making a second Hindi movie, most audiences had expectation and fear. What would he promote in this feature film with even more budget and freedom?
Listen, Annika, I'm the Homelander, and I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Kabir Singh was a huge success made with a small budget. With Animal this time, firstly, the feminists are mad that Sandeep Reddy Vanga is making another film without apologizing for his Kabir Singh. Plus, they lost their minds when Sandeep Reddy Vanga promoted his Animal movie as a film that would garner even more hate from activists. He said Animal would induce even more outright hate from feminists and that the film has even more toxic masculinity or just plain old promotion and display of masculinity. Either way, the feminists are mad at him again. The story of Animal follows a kid who loves and obsesses over his father. He loves his father as much as young kids who obsess over movie stars. For him, his father is the ultimate Superman. He craves for his father's love, attention, and care, but unfortunately his father is too busy with work and doesn't care enough about his children. Ranbir Singh's character Vijay grows up into a spoiled rich lunatic who'd kill or fight anybody for his family, in a scene because his sister was harassed at school. He brings an AK-47 automatic gun to school to threaten the bullies. Ranbir grows up in a boarding school, still obsessed over protecting his family and mainly his father.
तू कुछ नहीं लाया पापा के लिए? तू खा लिया था क्या अमेरिका से?
अफकट में है। पापा को छोटे बाल वाला हेयर पसंद है।
हे प्रभु, हे प्रभु, हे हरि राम कृष्ण जगन्नाथ प्रेमानंद, ये क्या हुआ?
Ranbir, with his so-called alpha male persona, makes Rashmika fall in love with him, convinces her to marry him instead of the man she was engaged to. Dude gaslights her and convinces her that he's an alpha male and the one she's marrying is a beta male. The scene reeks of toxic masculinity. Dude leaves India after marrying her, but returns home when he learns his father was attacked, an assassination attempt from the villains. Dude goes back home to Punjab and brings all of his cousins to fight for him. Why did they trust an unknown relative and decide to risk their lives for him? Simple, toxic masculinity. They're men who'd fight for honor and respect. Silly alpha male mentality. Anyways, Ranbir Kapoor murders his brother-in-law for being involved in the assassination. Later, Ranbir sleeps around with a hotter woman than his wife. Later, he confesses to his wife about his infidelity. He explains that he slept with her knowing she was sent by his father's enemies.
Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
तो ये बोलना कि you had sex with her, sleeping with her, physically involved क्या? ये बोलना कि you had sex with her.
Oh no! Anyway.
Rashmika and Ranbir fight over his adultery. Rashmir asks Ranbir how many times he had sex with the other hotter woman. I mean, she was hotter than his wife, so I get it. I get why he cheated on his wife. I forgot to mention the heart transplant that the hero had to get after him fighting off 200 people hand to hand. At one point, Rashmika even defends Ranbir's toxic behavior.
How do you think I delivered 2 babies? He helped me with the childbirths. I needed so much blood because I had lost so much blood. It was such a mess and he was taking care of me all by himself, like a nurse.
है बेटा।
Anyways, the story of Animal is the same as Iron Man 2, where a businessman, father and his unattended loving son, and the villain is the son of a man who was removed from the hero's father's business. It's the old classic Lion King and Scar story. The film ends with Ranbir fighting the villain hand to hand, cuts his throat. The film Animal is 10 times more violent than Sandeep Reddy Vanga's previous film Kabir Singh or Arjun Reddy. The men in this movie hit and shout at the women in their lives, treating those women as objects who they could replace. In one of those sexist scenes, Ranbir Kapoor's character asks a woman to lick his shoes, and she does so.
Come, lick my shoe. Come.
I'm not sexist. Being sexist is wrong. And being wrong is for women.
Ranbir Kapoor sleeps with other women and later convinces his wife that he did that for his father. I believe Sandeep Reddy Vanga, the director, saw all the criticism for Kabir Singh and decided that he had to make the women in the story hit the men as well in order to reduce criticism about toxic masculinity and sexism and misogyny that he promotes in his films. Animal is the result of the director, a man learning nothing from all the criticism he received for his toxic movies that promotes violence against women and treat women like disposable garbage. The film also shows the hero who could beat up hundreds of people, again promoting dangerous behavior that might inspire young men to be violent and dangerous. It's a shame that such films are still being supported by Indian movie audience. The female characters in Animal accept all the violence and toxic behavior excreted by the male characters. The women in Sandeep Reddy Vanga's movies are either all accepting soft, weak women or women who exchange the violence from their end as well, similar to Rashmika's character.
Did you wear a condom? Answer me, did you wear a condom? I really wish you died that day.
Now this movie shouldn't have been made. This movie will for sure encourage men to be abusive towards the women in their lives. They'll smoke cigarettes and engage in physical violence, believing they are unbeatable alpha males. These kind of movies and the people who make them should address their ways of dealing with such sensitive topics: domestic violence, alpha male mentality. All such nonsense crammed into one single 3-hour-long movie. Animal movie was too long. I thought the movie was over after the first hour, thinking the hero is dead, but no, the film had to go on for another 2 hours, 2 more hours of Ranbir playing a man baby, shouting at everybody around him, especially the women who work for him. The family members he brought from Punjab stays with him all the while leaving their families back at home. They stayed with him for years without salary or any benefits. He treats them too as disposable garbage. Why are they here with him? Why did they join him in the first place? Don't know. I would have said toxic masculinity, but I'm tired of using that word to describe characters in this movie myself. Anyways, at the end of the day, the film is about a man-child with daddy issues. Ranbir Kapoor plays a borderline psycho who needs therapy and years of counseling.
Cause he's crazy. I can't handle this. I'm crazy. I can't handle this.
The film isn't well made either. The dialogues is sloppy and cringe-worthy. The sets are small and amateurish. The acting by Ranbir is top class, but actors like Rashmika and other character actors are terrible. Rashmika can't act. The action set pieces and choreographies are lazy and boring. The background music and songs in the film were praiseworthy. Animal could have been a Netflix or Amazon Prime Video streaming movie. There is no need to watch the film in big screen. The film has no merits. It's not theater worthy. Sandeep Reddy Vanga made another red flag movie because his ego got hurt from all the criticism he received after Kabir Singh and Arjun Reddy.
When you are deeply in love, when you're deeply connected with a woman, if you don't have that physical demonstration of, if you don't have the liberty of slapping each other, then I don't see anything there.
Wow, Modi ji, wow. Wow.
Instead of learning from his mistakes like a normal human being, dude decided to come out as a full-blown toxic sexist and misogynist, so-called alpha male. No shame and no lessons learned. How many young men will lose their ways and treat people more over women as second-class citizens because of one director's hurt male ego? There are so many dialogues in the film surrounding sex, married life. At one point, Ranbir Kapoor's character shames Rashmika's character over periods and period pads. So much wrong in the movie.
महीने में 4 बार पैड चेंज करने के लिए इतना नाटक करती है तू। मैं हर दिन 50 बार पैड चेंज कर रहा हूँ।
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Simply put, Animal is a boring 3 hours long movie. It's too violent and has too many sex scenes. The film isn't family friendly, nor is it any good for adult audiences. It's lame. hyperviolent, and maybe even dangerous for young audiences to consume. However, the box office numbers for Animal will encourage even more filmmakers to take this route. The film Animal has become Ranbir Kapoor's highest opening, second to Shah Rukh Khan's Jawan. The film has already crossed 200 crores, double the budget, in 2 days. Amir Khan years ago explained the secret behind Sandeep Reddy Vanga's toxic mindset and his aims.
There are few emotions जो बहुत easy होते हैं audience में provoke करने के लिए. Violence is one of them and sex is another. वो directors जो creatively इतने, if they are not so talented creating a story, they depend heavily on violence and sex to make their films work. वो सोचते हैं कि अगर हम बहुत ज़्यादा violence डालें, बहुत ज़्यादा sex डालें film में, तो उससे हमारी film कामयाब होगी. लेकिन it harms society very much. जो लोग सिनेमा में हैं, they are definitely, if not to a large extent, to a certain extent responsible. जो youngsters हमारी फिल्में देख रहे हैं, उनके दिमाग पर definitely असर पड़ता है.
Shame, such movies are still being made in India. Did you like the movie Animal? Would you allow your daughters or your sons to watch such a film? Do let me know. Bye bye, my friends.
खत्म, बाय बाय, टाटा, गुड बाय, गया.